She left her phone unlocked while she showered. I was just going to turn off the alarm, until I saw my name saved as backup plan. I didn't say a word. I waited until her birthday party, when all our friends were there, and said, "I'm a 35-year-old guy from Seattle. Been working in software for most of my adult life. I'm not flashy, I don't live a wild life. I work, I go home, I hang out with close friends sometimes." I thought that made me boring, but Erica once told me I was safe. Back then, I thought that was a compliment. Erica is 31. We met through mutual friends at a barbecue 3.5 years ago. She showed up late, wearing this bright yellow dress and a huge smile. She was loud, full of energy, the kind of person that takes over a room without even trying. At first, I thought she was way out of my league. She made the first move. Said I looked calm in a good way. We started dating a few weeks later. The beginning was great. I'd never been with someone so outgoing. She knew all the best spots around Seattle, little rooftop bars, weekend markets, beach hangouts. I always thought I'd end up with someone more like me, quiet, chill, kind of nerdy. But Erica brought a spark into my life I didn't know I needed. By year 2, I was thinking long term. She'd stay over most nights, leave her clothes and makeup at my place, even brought over her cat, Beans. I started thinking about moving in together officially. We'd even looked at places once or twice, nothing serious, but it felt like we were headed there. Then year 3 started, and stuff started to feel off. She was on her phone all the time. Like, not normal texting, I'm talking always flipping the screen down when I walked by, laughing at messages she wouldn't explain, locking her phone every time she walked away. She said I was being paranoid. I tried to believe her. She went out more. Said she needed space. Girls' nights became a weekly thing. Then twice a week. I'd ask to come along sometimes, and she'd tell me I'd ruin the vibe. That hurt, but I figured maybe I was just too uptight. I didn't want to be controlling, so I let it slide. And then came the day everything broke. It was a Saturday. Erica stayed over Friday night, and we'd planned to grab lunch before she met up with friends. Her alarm went off early. Too early. I groaned and rolled over, figuring she'd shut it off. But she was still sleeping. So I reached over to her nightstand to kill the alarm. I picked up her phone, and it wasn't locked. Let me make this clear, I wasn't snooping. I never had. I didn't know her passcode, never tried to get into her stuff. But that morning, it was just open. Messages right there on the screen. My name caught my eye. Except it wasn't really my name. I was saved as backup plan. At first I didn't even register it. I thought maybe it was someone else. But I saw a message to her friend Trina, and that's when everything came crashing down. Erica. Still seeing Mark, LOL. He's just a backup plan in case Tyler flakes. Trina, OMG savage Erica. Whatever. He'll pay for Cabo, so might as well keep him around for now. I read it 3 times. Backup plan. Might as well keep him around. Everything after that felt distant. I shut the phone off. Put it back exactly where it was. I laid down again and closed my eyes. I must have looked like I was asleep, because she got up, showered, got dressed, kissed me on the forehead, and left like nothing was wrong. I didn't sleep again that night. For the next week, I kept my mouth shut. She texted me like normal. Sent selfies. Called me babe. Kept coming over. I smiled and nodded and played the part. But something in me had changed. Like a door had slammed shut and locked behind it. I kept going back to that name. Backup plan. That wasn't just cheating. That wasn't just lying. That was cold. Calculated. I wasn't even a person to her. I was a safety net. A wallet. A placeholder until Tyler, whoever the hell he was, decided to take her seriously. I started digging. She never changed her phone password. She got too comfortable. I'd wait until she was asleep or in the shower, and I'd go through her messages. She never suspected. I found months of texts. Dozens of messages to Trina, other friends, even her sister. She'd been seeing Tyler for at least 6 months. I learned he was younger, 28, worked part-time as a trainer, trying to start a fitness app. She called him her real future. Me? I was safe, and loyal, and boring. Every message I read chipped away at the love I had for her. And eventually, I didn't feel love at all. Just quiet rage. Her birthday was coming up in May. She was throwing a huge party, rooftop bar in Capitol Hill, full guest list, open bar. She was hyped about it for weeks. Talking about her outfit, the music, the cake, the people. I pretended I was just as excited. But I knew what I was going to do. I saved every message. I took screenshots and backed them up in my cloud. Just in case she ever tried to deny it. I gathered receipts, flight confirmations, everything I'd paid for that she pretended to be excited about. Including the Cabo trip she was planning to ditch me after. Then I waited. When the night came, I played my role. I helped her get ready. I ironed her dress. I even drove her to the venue early so she could help decorate. I stood there like the perfect boyfriend while her friends told me how lucky Erica was to have me. Inside, I was boiling. About halfway through the party, after the drinks were flowing and people were dancing, I took the mic from the DJ. Erica was standing by the bar with a group of people, laughing. She had no clue. I tapped the mic and said, "Hey everyone, can I just say something real quick?" People turned. Music lowered. I just wanted to take a second to thank everyone for coming out tonight to celebrate Erica's birthday. She worked hard to put this together, and I think we should give her a round of applause. People clapped. She smiled. And since we're all here, and you're all her close friends, I wanted to share something she's been keeping private. She looked confused now. I found out a few weeks ago that Erica's been seeing someone else. A guy named Tyler. She's been with him for 6 months. She told her friends I was just her backup plan in case it didn't work out. Dead silence. Also, she was planning to break up with me right after the trip to Cabo, the one I was supposed to pay for. But don't worry. I canceled it. Got my money back. I paused and looked at her. I hoped Tyler was worth it. Then I walked off the stage and out the door. I didn't look back when I walked out of the party. I didn't need to. I could already hear the gasps behind me. Some people were whispering. Others were dead silent. I knew I'd dropped a bomb. That was the point. I drove home alone. My phone blew up on the way. Calls, texts, voicemails, all from Erica. I didn't answer a single one. I just turned my phone off and sat in the dark apartment with a beer. Beans, her cat, jumped up next to me on the couch like nothing had happened. Maybe to him, nothing had. The next day, the real fallout started. First, I got a text from Erica's best friend, Shelby. She was always a little cold to me, but now she was straight up hostile. "Shelby, real classy move last night. You embarrassed her in front of her family. You're a grown man." I didn't reply. Then came Trina. "Trina, you didn't have to drag me into it. That was between you and Erica." Again, no reply. "You were part of it. You helped her lie." Then, surprisingly, Tyler. "Tyler, hey man. Didn't know about you. Sorry you got played too." I stared at that one for a long time. Too. Like he thought he was also a victim here. I debated writing back. But I didn't. Not yet. Erica, though? She didn't let up. First it was texts. Dozens of them. "Erica, I'm sorry. Erica, please talk to me. Erica, you blindsided me. Erica, that wasn't fair. Erica, can we just talk?" Then came the calls. I blocked her number. She switched to email. I blocked her there too. Then, 2 days later, she showed up at my door. I was home, working remotely. I hadn't left the apartment since the party. I wasn't ready to deal with her in person, but she didn't give me a choice. She banged on the door for 5 straight minutes before I finally opened it. She looked like hell. No makeup, messy bun, red eyes. Probably hadn't slept much. I almost felt sorry for her, almost. "Mark," she said, "please. Let me talk." "You've done enough talking," I said, trying to close the door. She shoved her foot in. "I was going to tell you," she said quickly. "I swear. Tyler was it wasn't serious." I laughed. "That's not what your text said. I was stupid. I didn't mean it like that. You called me your backup plan." She winced. "I was venting. I didn't mean yes, you did," I said. "You meant every word. You just didn't think I'd ever see it." Then, something I didn't expect. "I lost everything because of that party," she said. "Tyler dumped me. My parents are pissed. My friends are split. Half of them won't even talk to me. Shelby won't answer my calls." She started crying. I stood there, watching. "You ruined my life," she said. I let that hang in the air for a second. "No," I said. "You did." She broke then. Sobbing hard, shaking. I could have let her in. I could have comforted her. But I didn't. I let her cry on the doorstep for a few minutes before finally saying, "You should leave." I thought that would be the end of it. I figured she'd move on, maybe even thank me someday for forcing her to grow up. But I underestimated her. About a week later, I got a call from my job's HR department. Apparently, someone had sent an anonymous email to them saying I'd accessed a woman's private phone and violated her privacy. The email included details that only Erica would know, dates, times, even parts of what I said at the party. It didn't go anywhere. I hadn't broken any laws, and there was no formal complaint. But HR still called me in for a talk. I had to explain the whole situation to my boss, which was humiliating. She didn't stop there. One of my friends, Dave, who also knew Erica from back in the day, told me she'd been trying to set the record straight with everyone. Her version? I was controlling. I had trust issues. I hacked her phone and ambushed her because I couldn't handle rejection. She even told people I'd emotionally manipulated her into staying in the relationship. She's rewriting history, Dave told me. Trying to play victim. It worked on some. A few mutuals unfollowed me. Some ghosted me entirely. I should have expected that. Erica was good at playing roles. But I wasn't done yet. I wasn't going to let her smear my name while I stayed quiet. So I did something I hadn't done before. I sent Tyler the full file. Every screenshot. The timeline. Everything I had, including a voice memo I'd recorded the night she showed up at my door. I didn't say much. Just, "You said you didn't know about me. Now you will." Then I posted my side of the story on my private account. Just facts. No insults. No rage. Just screenshots and truth. I didn't tag anyone. I didn't ask for attention. But the people who needed to see it saw it. And that's when things started to really spiral for her. A week after I posted my side of the story, I started getting texts from numbers I didn't know. Some were short. "Saw your post. Damn." Others were longer. "I'm so sorry, man." I believed her. "I thought you were overreacting." I was wrong. Even Shelby, who had gone cold on me, sent a one-line message. I didn't know it was that bad. I didn't reply to most of them. I wasn't looking for pity. I just wanted the truth to breathe a little. And it did. Erica, on the other hand, started losing the control she'd always had. One of her clients dropped her. I found out through a coworker of hers I still talked to occasionally. She said the story made the rounds, and while the post didn't name her directly, people in the local events scene figured it out fast. The screenshots had nicknames, references, inside jokes that people recognized. One client didn't want Drama tied to a personal brand. Gone. Then came the real twist I never expected. Tyler called me. Not a text. A full-on phone call. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity got the better of me. "Hey," he said. "It's Tyler." "I figured," I said, keeping my voice cold. There was a pause. I wanted to talk. Man to man. I stayed silent.